clank, clink, clink, clank, as the sounds go, as we're in the tree farm, whatever it is we do here. Does he know? Oh, actually, I'm using a mouse right now. I just realized that. I haven't been using a mouse. I've been using the gamepad like this. And I guess you could use either one. I guess we could try the mouse and see what that looks like. So if I use the mouse, I get like sort of this wheel of options.
He looks much better with his heart not ripped out.
Okay, so subtitles are now enabled. So in the options, it does not say subtitles. There's an option for text mode, which is now set to voice and text. So that means subtitles, even though they're not called that. Let's see.
Switch is up.
Maybe it shouldn't be up.
Ooh, careful, Manny!
Yeah?
With harmonic balancer turned off, those pumps might shake that tree apart. Oh, but... Oh! If we shook the tree down, those pumps would dislodge, and I could make high-lift shocks out of them for the bone wagon. Hold on. I'm going to unbalance that wheel with some of these weights. That'll shake it down for sure.
I'm sure this machine doesn't really do anything important. It's fine to break it. For the sake of...
Just give me a second to balance these doggies.
For the sake of upgrading our ride.
Hey, Manny! What are you doing?
Outside of the entertainment value, that didn't do what I had hoped.
I don't know. It seems like it's doing whatever it's supposed to be doing okay.
That would make a decent go-kart.
What, a wheelbarrow? I kind of doubt it. Alright, what am I doing with this? Moving it around. I can move it like back and forth like this. The reason is there to do that. And can I not... Well, can I not, like, disengage from it?
I don't want to drive this thing all over the forest.
You will once I get that two-stroke in there.
With the controller, I can let it go. With the mouse, I didn't seem like I was letting it go. I guess I'm moving it onto, like, these cables.
Manny, until now we scraped along the ground like rats. But from now on, we soar. Like eagles. Yeah. Like eagles on... pogo sticks!
Hell yes, Gladys.
What a relief. I was getting concerned that our transportation wasn't ostentatious enough.
Get in! Or are you afraid of heights? Manny, I don't know if I like driving over people.
They can't feel it, they're dead.
What, dead? I wouldn't want to drive over you.
That's because you and I, Gladys, are friends.
Aw, Manny.
Aw, becoming good friends.
Hello? Miss Colomar! We're here to save you!
Hey, lay off the racket. The whole town's asleep.
But I want a drag race. When they get a load of my car, we're gonna be the talk of the town!
You're right. We're gonna have to find a good place to hide that road show. Speaking of hiding, I wonder if Mitch is here already. I'm gonna go see what I can stir up. Not a bad piece of real estate, actually. It's got potential.
How is she so far ahead of us? She's walking on foot. Well, it appears that we are out of the petrified forest. And into an automat?
Mr. Flores, I'm ready to take you now.
Manny Calavera, is that you? Didn't you used to be taller?
Oh yeah, that is the guy from the beginning. Yeah, we did give him a walking stick. I guess this is where his journey ended?
I'm here to reclaim that walking stick.
I broke it over the head of some hideous monsters in the forest.
Well, how about that we're looking for Meche?
I'm looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
Well, no one's come through town by that name, and you can take it from me. I, too, am looking for someone, so I watch the comings and goings around here very carefully.
Well, who is he looking for? Maybe we can help.
Who are you looking for?
Well, if you must know, it's about my wife. I got word that she passed away not long after I, and that she too was crossing the land of the dead on foot. It is said that all lost souls come to Rubacava, so I came here to wait for her.
All right, well, that's a fair reason to halt your journey here. I mean, do the dead ever, do the people who knew each other in life ever reunite in death? Do they ever find each other? Seems like it would be difficult to do that. You must love her very much.
You must love her very much, Celso.
Yes, this is true. Of course, she also has all of my money.
Well, I don't know how much it's going to be worth here. How do you know your wife hasn't gone ahead?
How do you know your wife hasn't gone ahead of you?
Oh, Manny. If she had arrived here first, surely she would have waited for me.
Yeah, surely. We'll help him out.
I'll help you find your wife. What did she look like?
Oh, here. I got this from the DOD and made copies to hand out. Isn't she something?
She must have been beautiful with skin.
Weren't we all?
I was kind of hoping it would show us a close-up of the photo, and it was just like a nondescript skeleton. I think it would be a pretty good gag. You know a good place to stay?
So, know a good place to stay in town?
What's your price range?
Somewhere around the high end of nothing.
Then maybe, young man, it's time you started thinking about a job.
We have a job. I mean, we work for the city. We're just, I mean, we were never technically fired, okay? We're being disciplined. We were never officially fired, and a government job requires very exact processes and procedures. So they never actually went through the procedure of firing us. Technically, we still work for the state. Can you get me a job here?
Can you get me a job here?
Have any skills?
Sales?
Well, that does qualify you for a certain position, but we only have one mop. I'm sorry, Manuel. I've got to get this place ready to open.
Right. I'll let you know if I see your wife.
She'll be the one asking for her beloved Celso.
Anything else?
Are you sure I can't sleep in the back?
There's only room for one.
Well,
Hey, how do you open these?
You wait till we start serving. That's how.
do we eat anything? We're dead. We're skeletons. An automat really does...
Doors have numbers and pictures of food on them. What's number 22?
Lengua.
Wow. It's been a long time since I had a tongue.
An automat definitely does give you a certain impression of a certain period of time. In time. Oh, can we look at, like, that coffee on this newspaper?
Maybe I should place a personal ad.
I tried it, believe me. It attracts the wrong kind of women.
It doesn't seem like there's anything else
I
we
have
can look
bigger
at.
things on my mind right now than condiments.
Alright, well, we'll keep an eye open for his wife. Surely she wouldn't have left without him. Surely. Oh.
Yeah, tourists.
Just didn't notice the cliff, I guess.
You gotta watch your step around here, stranger. Rubacava ain't the quaint little port town she used to be. Well, hell, looks like there's a new vessel in town. Pardon me whilst I go check her out.
I met a salty dog of the sea. Maybe dead, but those bones are still salty.
Well, actually, it's mostly stock with a few mods here and there. So, would those be glass packs I'm hearing, or turbos? There was this one high-pitched whine it was making, really grating noise, you know? And I searched and searched, but I couldn't find the source of the noise until we pulled in here. Was it the blower? No, it was Manny screaming in the back like a cat tied to a cruise missile. That's a good one.
Hola.
Hey, Manny, Dockmaster Velasco here says he's got a place we can dry dock the bone wagon for a while. Oh, yeah. We can't leave a beauty like this out in the fog, or her chrome will get pitted. Pitted? Did you hear that, Manny? You folks gonna stay in Rubacava for a spell?
Well, we're here looking for Meche.
We're here looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
I'm not too good with names. Did she have any distinguishing marks or a tattoo?
Not that she showed me.
Well, like I said, I'm as good with names as you are with the fog.
Is there any job to be had here?
I might be here a while. Is there any work in this town?
Well, there's lots of work down at the docks, but it's all union work. And I just don't see you in that union.
Oh, and why is that? We don't have what it takes to be a union man? How do you get around here with all this mist?
How do you get around here with all the mist?
When you've strolled these docks as long as I have, Pilgrim, you know where you are by the smell of the sea, by the sound of the lonely foghorn, by the icy touch of the cold, salty air. Wow! Manny, could I have an eye patch?
Well, what is under the eye patch?
Can I just ask, what is under the eye patch? Because I know it's not an eye.
Oh, well, when I was alive, I had an eye patch like this. This one's just for the phantom pain. And that one eye socket used to scream like a banshee when the trade winds blew, so I plugged her. Hey, Manny, we were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
If he took the eye patch off and there was actually an eyeball in there, that would be a pretty good gag as well. But probably don't want to go back.
The way back to the forest, the spiders, the city, my old job. Let's hope I never have to take that road again.
Alright, well, if we go that way, we fall into the mist. Going up this way doesn't seem to lead anywhere, because we can't go on that bridge. And doesn't look like there's any other exit here. We can't walk further down here. We still haven't found Meche.
How about in the attic?
That's the boss's office. You can sleep there when you're the boss.
I could sleep out here on the counter.
Our customers may all be dead, Manny, but we still care about hygiene.
I could sleep under the sink in the kitchen.
The rats would steal your toes in your sleep.
Look, I need a job and I need a place to stay.
I told you, you can have mine when I'm done waiting for my wife.
I have bigger things on my mind right now than condiments.
I think the conversation is over. We need to take his job, and we need to do it by finding his wife. Well, alright, let's take a dive off the cliff again.
I'll wait for the fog to clear before I try exploring town again.
Okay, he's not gonna do it.
always wanted one of those jackets. You sure a woman named Mercedes Colomar never came through this town?
She might have. I don't know. I told you the first time, I'm no good with names.
Gladys, you gotta hide that car.
In a minute, Manny. I'm talking to Mr. Dockmaster here.
Gladys, you sure a woman...
I don't...
All right, looks like that we've exhausted that conversation. Not many places to go. Oh, we do have that photo.
You sure a woman...
She might have. I told you the first time.
I've always wanted... He's fine right where he is.
All right. I am holding it now.
Ever seen this woman?
Oh, if this is the woman you're looking for, take my advice. Forget about her. She sailed out of here weeks ago in a cozy portside cabin built for two. And she wasn't alone.
Well, how do you know she sailed out of here?
How do you know she sailed out of here? I don't believe it.
It's a tough break, Junior, but you gotta face it. Here, look it up in my port log if you want it in writing. 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Ticket for two, paid in full.
Yeah.
I drank the champagne on the bow myself.
Hey, Manny. We were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
Look, I know how you feel, son. Once I lost a very special lady myself. I waved to her from the docks as she sailed out of port, and I never saw her again.
What was her name?
The SS La Mancha was her name, but don't make me talk about her, because I just can't do it.
All right, well, we found out the news. I mean, when you're dead, it's a whole second chance, right? Maybe you don't want to do it the same way you did it the first time. Maybe you can do things a different way. You say, you know, I've been through this once, and I recognize I made some mistakes, and maybe, just maybe, I could do it better now.
Look, I need a job, and I need a place to stay.
When I'm done...
Well, let's see. Okay, yeah, there's the book.
Velasco's logbook says Celso's wife took a bunk with a hunk.
Let's show him.
Celso, your wife sailed out of here 2 months ago with another man. It's all in there.
Oh, Manny, is there a greater constant in nature than the treachery of women?
Forget about her, Celso.
Have you forgotten yours? I'm going after her. You take over my job here. This mop at least will never let you down. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy too.
All right, we did it. We got the job. And now we wait. Wait for a year. Very patient. Oh. Wow, we really fixed up the place.
Hey, boss. You gonna come downstairs? I got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this one. She sounds like your type.
Well, looks like a quiet night in old Rubacava.
Wow, Manny's talents were clearly wasted in the government job.
Ah, Lady Luck.
Okay, we can operate. Oh, are we fixing the games?
Noir, encore passe. 31, black. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
Look out below.
Le numéro gagnant, le 9, rouge, impair manque. 9, red.
This is an outrage. I bet on number 2. Why didn't it come up number 2?
Ah, monsieur, je suis vraiment désolé. I do not pick the winners. These things are all controlled by the man upstairs.
Well, please tell the man upstairs that Police Chief Bogan was very upset when he left. And when he returns later this evening, he would prefer to have better luck.
Oui, monsieur. Bonsoir. I will definitely tell him.
Well, I mean, how else were we gonna make our fortune here in the land of the dead, other than by running a fixed casino? I mean, you might say that there are two types of people. The people who don't feel any guilt from exploiting the suckers, and the suckers. And which one are you?
Hello, Manny.
Hola.
I'm glad they found a tailor for Glottis to give him a suit big enough.
Manny, the police chief walked through and I tried playing a song for him and he yelled at me.
Oh, don't sweat it, mano. He's just mad because he lost at the tables.
Isn't he always supposed to win so he keeps liking us and never raids us?
He wouldn't raid us. It's a holiday.
Well, maybe we should make sure he has better luck when he comes back then. If it's like that. Is it a quiet night?
Quiet night, huh, carnal?
Day of the Dead ain't good for business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
What's he playing?
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, love song for a special lady.
Why doesn't he sing a little bit of that?
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it.
Needs a little work. Lyrically. A little bit more variety, I think. Do you think she'll come in tonight, Glottis?
You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
When we leave, will we miss this place?
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Aw, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club, we got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've gotta find Meche and help her. Because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
It does seem like he has a natural talent for it. He thought that his destiny was always going to be a mechanic. Turns out he had hidden talents. It is taking Meche quite a while to get here, if she hasn't been here already, though.
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
We're dying to hear about it. But will Meche come in here tonight?
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
Well, maybe you could say yes.
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night that you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
But do you think she'll come in tonight?
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
Well, I mean, you gotta think positive. Also, is it really taking Meche 1 year to get through the petrified forest? I mean, it was kind of... there were some weird puzzles in there. So, maybe that's not outrageous. Did Bogan look mad?
Bogan looked mad when he left?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, we all run out of luck eventually.
Careful, Manny, or you're gonna get us shut down.
How's the flow?
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
That doesn't mean we're gonna stop taking advantage of them. And that's how we stay in business. Also, it's been a year, and I guess whoever that guy was, the boss at the state job, I guess he's never sent anyone after Manny, because he did kill our boss with the flower gun, and it did seem like he wanted to kill Manny, but guess no one's coming knocking. Not yet, anyway. Is everything okay back there?
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Absolutely.
Okay, tell me all the details about your new code check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess what? They all have numbers on them. So what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup. Oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
You know, the details of organizational systems, not for everyone, you know? To some people, it's very fascinating. Please tell me about it.
Please, tell me all about your new code check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
She only calls us Cal when she's mad at us.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
What an odd thing to happen.
Annual thing with you, Manny? Every Day of the Dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish 'em out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho ho! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the world. Ain't no ships going out that way but the old limbo here,
But nothing. If the limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
Well, that was a strange occurrence. A skull bird was talking to us and sounded like it was Meche, but then it wasn't Meche. But then we saw Meche, and she was being abducted, forced onto the boat by Domino. I'm not sure how much of that was actually real, or how much of it is just Manny wanting it to be real. Hard to say. I'm ready to sail.
All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship. She's small cargo, son. And every hand on board works.
Okay, we're not dressed like a sailor. Gotta get dressed for the part. We will work.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it, but he'd have to get his own tools.
Yeah, they're not going to provide tools for you. They're not going to shell out for that. You got to bring your own. If Glottis gets some tools, can we both get on board?
Okay, if I get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. She's fully manned already. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
Well, I mean, it's a cargo ship. Can we go as cargo? Like, it looks like we have some money from our casino. Could we, like, ship ourselves? Surely we can make some sort of arrangement. But who is this one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Who's the one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Yeah, well, Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
What job did Naranja have?
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha, restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now, except the fish is fresher on the Limbo.
What if Naranja doesn't show up? Can we do it?
What if Naranja doesn't show up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chum. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union, boy, and I don't mess with them.
All right, we're going to have to forge a union card. I normally would be against it, but this is an emergency. So let me get this straight.
If I get Glottis some tools,
then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
And if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
but he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get,
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
And where would one get such a thing?
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung?
Are they literal bees? I guess we'll find out. But where do you think Naranja is?
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
Are we gonna have to, like, assassinate him? That might be going a little too far. Hey, what's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck. Nothing. I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
That is funny. All right, we're gonna have to accomplish some unlikely feats to make this happen. But Manny will do it. Manny will do anything to make up for his wrong. Or at least what he perceives to be wrong. In that, because of him, Meche did not get on the number 9. Ooh, the blue casket. It wasn't his fault, though. The system was fixed. Speaking of the system, hopefully the Resistance is doing okay. I mean, we got them their pigeons. So, you know, hopefully that gave them the advantage that they're looking for.
Hi, what's your name?
But don't you see, when the government fades away, so will our troubles.
Ah, nonsense. We will always need some armed force to fight off the return of capitalism.
That sort of fascist thinking is as dead as you are, comrade. When we get rid of all the guns, that's when people will begin to self-police, and the public opinion alone will keep them from committing crimes.
Hola, trust funders.
Hey, look who's making the scene. It's Manny Calavera, the up, the down, the backside of the nouveau riche.
Beat it, dinner jacket. We're talking about things you wouldn't understand, like truth and beauty.
Anarchists? And what? Why are they calling me nouveau riche like it's an insult? It's really only an insult for people who are from old money.
Hey, Can I borrow this book?
Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Bogan?
Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right?
No dice, Cummerbund.
Do we need that?
Buenas noches, comrades.
Hey, Manny, no offense, but we don't have time for establishment types like yourself.
What makes you guys think I'm so establishment?
You smell like bacon and oppression, man.
¿Qué?
Hey, I steal money from the establishment. It's the transfer of wealth from the powerful to me. I mean, that's something, right?
Hey, kids.
Sorry, Manny, no room for the bourgeois in our revolution.
Yeah, man. No room for the big fat cat from the uptown party that didn't send our invitations to the working class.
I mean, if you want the revolution to happen, you need to be inclusive. You need a big tent. You know, get everyone in there. You can't be excluding people already.
Hola.
What of it, Mr. Wheeler, Mr. Dealer, Mr. Loves the apples but hates the apple peeler?
It's after you get into power, then you can start excluding people and saying that they're not real, you know, whatever it is you are. Those people are not really like that. So, you know, it's fine if we exclude them. But you need to get everyone on board to get the power to begin with. So you're skipping that step.
Hola.
Get a whiff of your privilege, your big belches of entitlement. I'd vomit, but there's no food in my belly, 'cause I won't play the man's game.
I don't think any of us are eating.
Hola.
I hear the driver of a station wagon, the owner of a pasta maker, the hollowed-out husk of a cat who remembers to button down his collar but forgets his brother in the street.
I mean, are there actually, like, homeless around here? I haven't noticed it. But then again, I am up in my ivory tower casino, so it's not like I'm looking, am I?
Hola.
Another visit from the ghost of capitalism, rattling the chains that restrains him, his umbilical cord to the almighty dollar.
Hola.
You put the man in Manny, and I say you get the cold shoulder bone from now on.
Man, they have a lot of lines. Would they have liked me more back when I was a Grim Reaper? Would they have had different lines for belittling my government job?
Hola.
Oh, fade out.
Hola.
Oh, fade out.
I guess they're tired of letting me know what they think about my success in the world.
Hi, what's your name? Lola? What are you doing here? This crowd doesn't go much for souvenir pictures, except maybe of Lenin.
Shh! Manny, I'm on a stakeout. I'm gonna prove to Maximino once and for all that Olivia's no good for him.
Still hung up on Max, eh? Take my advice, Angel. Forget about him. He's a gambling racketeer.
Like you.
Oh, that hurts, baby.
Hey, shh! Here they come.
Come on, sugar. How about a kiss for the road?
Oh, ick. Don't let me down, Nick. You're a lawyer. You're not supposed to have feelings.
I don't, but I know a good tart when I see one. Hey! If Maximino sees that, we're going to end up in matching terracotta pots.
Don't be silly. He wouldn't hurt me. He loves me. Manny, at last we're alone. Tell me, how are the bourgeoisie?
Fine. How's Max?
Oh, Gramps, don't start.
Well, we don't know any of these characters yet, but clearly we are associating with some really, with some well-read, educated people who maybe just want a little bit of revolution in the system, or at least that's what they say. But it looks like that they're, we don't know who Max is, do we? I don't think we have seen this Max. What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
I'd lay it on you, Manny, but I don't think you'd get it.
Messing around with your boyfriend's... Uh-oh. Max's lawyer. I guess Max must be a powerful mover and shaker in this town.
Messing around with your boyfriend's lawyer is pretty dangerous.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. You do get it.
I mean, what I'm getting is that there's been some skeleton sex going on. And, like, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm sorry, Lola. I'm thinking about how does it work? How does it work, Lola? Actually, this is not Lola I'm talking to. Lola was the first person we were talking to. I would also ask her. Lola, can you take some photos? I need some photographic demonstrations of what exactly is happening. I'm a little worried about Lola.
I'm a little worried about Lola.
That's because she's doomed, Manny. She fell in love with Maximino. That's the one mistake I never made.
Oh, is she like snorting a little something back there? Feeling a little energetic, are we? A little jittery? Think Nick would hurt her?
You think Nick would hurt her?
Only if he finds her, and take it from me. He's not good at finding things.
Like, what do you mean? What is he not good at finding? Can you explain the innuendo to me? Open mic night seems like a big hit.
Open mic night seems like a big hit.
It always takes those timid souls a while to get up the nerve.
Maybe it would help if you went up there and just, got things going.
Maybe it would help if you went up there and started things rolling.
Oh, Manny, read poetry in my own club? That would be like this whole place was just a big temple set up to worship me.
We wouldn't want to think that. All right, so she owns this club. She's the owner here. Just one poem for the shy kids.
Oh, come.
Okay. Alive, we slept. Life's just some rapid eye movement. In a warm, cozy bed. Buried, we wake. The flesh dream is over, Daddy. Now that we're all crazy dead.
I do like the line, the flesh dream is over, Daddy.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
I feel like that's a line that I could get some use out of. How about another poem?
Hey, how about another poem?
Okay. Ashes to ashes. To ashes, to ashes, to ashes, to ashes. To ashes, to ashes, to me. To ashes, to ashes, to ashes, to ashes.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
He's very good at this. What about another one, since you're all full of energy, clearly?
Hey, how about another poem?
Okay, I called my cat Boney, till she said it wouldn't do. I said, why? She said, sister, because that's what I've been calling you.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
Could you snap your fingers if your fingers were just bones? Wouldn't think that would work so well. Like, maybe you could just, like, clack the tips of your fingers together, but I don't think you could actually snap them. What about another poem?
Hey, how about another poem?
Okay, last one, folks. With bony hands, I hold my partner. On soulless feet, we cross the floor. The music stops, as if to answer. An empty knocking at the door. It seems his skin was sweet as mango when last I held him to my breast. But now, we dance this grim fandango. And will for years before we rest.
Hey, we got the name of the game.
That was great.
Really, this time I just don't have any more.
Are you sure?
Hey, how about another poem?
I'm bone dry, flesh out of poems.
Just begin again at the top. They get better each time.
Really? Okay. Alive, we slept. Life's just some rapid eye movement. In a warm, cozy bed. Buried, we wake. The flesh dream is over, Daddy. Now that we're all crazy dead.
Loses some impact the second time.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
It's a little dark in here, don't you think?
A little dark in here, don't you think?
Dark and cold, like the hearts of men.
I guess. You know, I'm thinking about buying this place with my evil capitalist dollars.
You know, I'm thinking of buying this place.
Really? I thought about buying yours for a while, but then I just decided to ask my boyfriend Max to buy it for me.
Well, I guess when we get powerful enough, we all end up being capitalists now, don't we? You can have it. I'm leaving town.
You can have it. I'm leaving town.
Manny, you sound so exciting all of a sudden. Why are you leaving town?
Johnny Law, baby. You see, I'm a grifter. I'm bad news.
Johnny Law, baby. You see, I'm a grifter. I'm bad news.
Yeah, right. You're running after that ghost chick everyone says you're still so uptight about. Well, I have a poem I wrote just for you. Pay attention because it's pretty short. Here it goes. Ch
Very good. Very good. Catch you later, hep chick.
Well, catch you later, hep chick.
Keep practicing that lingo, man. You'll get it.
I mean, I am leaving town if I can get on this boat. I don't suppose you could use your connections to get me a forged union card. No? Okay. I'm just gonna go in the kitchen.
Just a dab will drop you.
Dab of what?
Hey, man, you didn't see me put the secret ingredient in these coffin shooters, did you?
Relax. Olivia stole the recipe from me in the first place.
Yeah, she steals from the rich and gives to me to poor.
I'm not gonna eat off of dirty plates, and I'm not going to clean them. I'm not gonna drink dirty hookah water, and I can't carry it with my bare hands. Let the waiter clean up after himself. Not to sound like a capitalist oppressor, but I have people who do that for me now.
Look, we're not a capitalist oppressor. We're a job creator. The nomenclature is important.
Hello?
Wow.
No effect.
These cocktails really do a number on you.
Huh? Hola.
Oh, fade out.
I don't know if there's anything we could do with it. I mean, maybe if we get like a container, we could get the dirty hookah water. I only have my scythe. All right, let's just remember that. If we happen to come across like some sort of container, maybe we could get some water.
Late night at the morgue, isn't it, Membrillo?
Wow, just like an entire cast of characters
With John Doe's on the slab, Manny.
has shown up during this time skip.
These rose gardens tonight. I won't be ready for the two that come in tomorrow. And before you know it, I'm up to my ass in azaleas.
Like at the beginning of the game, we were introduced to a cast of characters, then we have a time skip, and look out, an entirely new cast is here, and we already know them, apparently. Also, some flowered skeletons. Is that flower gun kind of a common thing around these parts?
What a sad story. These stews sprouted and no one came down to claim them?
Death makes sad stories of us all.
Well, how's business?
How's business?
Booming, unfortunately. More crime every day. And more sproutings like these. Something's happening back in El Morro, I think. And its dark hand is finally reaching us here in Rubacava.
Yeah, what is happening back in the city? Maybe we have no way of knowing. Do we get a newspaper around here? What are you looking for?
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm digging for a treasure that part of me does not wish to find. For when I uncover that sad doubloon that tells me who this poor soul is, my reward is not riches, but the chance to make a phone call and break somebody's heart. Of course, with this equipment, the search could go on for some time.
Not a very rewarding job, I guess.
Can I help?
Sure. Grab hold of this leaf right here. Manny?
I can't do it.
I know. I was just testing.
How do you do it?
How do you do this job?
Without becoming jaded, you mean? My secret to happiness, Manuel, is that I have the heart of a 12-year-old boy.
In that jar over there. Yep. In that jar over there.
Would you like to see it?
No.
Sorry. Old coroner joke.
You ever worry that this job is getting to you?
Do you ever worry that your job is getting to you, Membrillo?
Well, forensic botany is a trying job, Manny. But have you ever spent much time here with a florist? In life, they became florists because they love flowers. But here, a flower is a symbol of pain, of death within death. Their conflicted feelings build and build, and eventually, they become quite mad.
Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll send balloon bouquets from now on.
Why does Membrillo stay in town?
Membrillo, why do you stay in town? Why don't you head off toward the Ninth Underworld?
Manny, you can only search for something for so many years before you stop believing in it altogether.
Ah, so we have an atheist? I mean, there is like some kind of afterlife, but maybe like the good one he thinks maybe is not real. Maybe it's made up.
You don't believe in the Ninth Underworld?
Why do you think we're all here in Rubacava?
Because you're waiting to earn off your time, or you can't afford passage, or...
Manny, we've given up. All of us. When you've been here long enough, you will too.
Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
Digging through flower beds is Membrillo's job, not mine. Digging through flower... Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
All right, nothing else we can do with him. Maybe if we find something relevant for us to talk to him about.
No, I'm trying to air it out.
But just from our first conversation, does not seem like there's anything we can do with him at the moment.
Reward offered for cargo stolen from shipyard receiving area, including a large suitcase bearing the initials HL.
HL, you say?
Only Police Chief Bogan knows how to get in there.
Is this the precinct?
Only police...
Look at that little slide he does there. No, he's not doing it now. There it is. Oh, Where is this going now? Well, I mean, maybe... I don't know if we can actually get to it.
Well, Manny Calavera, you never come up here to see me anymore.
Well, I thought you could use the company with everybody gone for the Day of the Dead.
In that case, Manny, why don't you stick around until 6? That's when I get off.
Goodness. But as we all know, Manny has only one lady in his mind. I mean, Manny does not seem like he's looking for romance. He's just... He can't stop thinking about that he wronged Mitchie. She would be in the... She would have gotten on to number 9 if it wasn't for him. And honestly, after a year, it gets kind of a little boring to hear him go on about it, probably. Busy night?
Busy night?
Hardly. Everybody's gone home for the holiday already. This place is dead, and I'm bored, Manny. Bored.
Well, what's the shuttle waiting for?
What's the shuttle waiting for?
Oh, they're just cleaning it, but they're very thorough. We run a tight ship here, you know.
It's not the only thing that's tight around here, Manny. Can I try out the metal detector?
Can I try out your metal detector?
What's your sudden interest in metal detectors, Manny?
What is our interest in metal detectors? Do we... Trying to think, is there anything that we need to find that's metal? Like let's see, what we're looking for... Oh, tools. We need to get Glottis tools. The tools would likely be metal. Maybe the metal detector can find the tools. I'm just a collector.
I'm just a collector.
Well, I'll show it to you when I'm on break. How's that?
When's your break?
When's your break?
Dawn.
Oh, that's too late. I'm shipping out tonight.
Yeah, right. I've fallen for that line too many times.
I think it's time for your break right now.
I think it's time for your break. We could slip in the back for a little drink. You can tell me all about your job, the danger, the metal detectors.
That back room's all business, Manny. And so am I.
Well, what kind of business goes on back there?
What kind of business goes on back there, Carla?
Strip searches. And you don't qualify.
Well, why don't I?
Why don't I qualify for a strip search?
Manny, I agree it would help pass the time, but we have procedures and rules here, and you never know when they're watching. I can only strip search people when a regular search turns up nothing.
Hey, it's worth a try.
They're watching.
I love this part. Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk.
I only have the one.
Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
The night's still young. Why don't you come by the club?
Why don't you come by the club anymore?
Well, to tell you the truth, Manny, it's your little coat check girl. All that bubbly energy, I just want to strangle her.
I've tried that. It doesn't stop her. So, is it time for your break yet?
I told you not till dawn. Kind of romantic, though, don't you think?
I don't know why there was a poster behind us that says LOL. I guess that's the name of the airship, but I don't know what that would stand for.
Are you sure I can't just...
Don't touch.
How can we get that metal detector?
It's locked.
Maybe we need to get some sort of, I don't know, illegal contraband and then try to go through this here, and then maybe the search can happen. I guess we don't have anything illegal on us at the moment.
The next race will begin momentarily.
Horse racing?
Hey! Looks like a great night for cat races.
Of course, cat races.
Things do look bad, but this chump wouldn't do the trick, unfortunately. Looks like a great night for cat races. Things do look bad, but this chump wouldn't do the trick, unfortunately.
It's a beautiful day here at Feline Meadows.
Oh, sorry, monsieur, but this is the elevator to the High Rollers Lounge.
That's where I'm going.
It is members only.
You must be new.
And you must have a VIP pass to come upstairs. Adieu.
Not only do we need to have a forged union card, we need to have a VIP pass.
Ladies and
Busy night for us.
15 minutes to place your bets.
Ugh, I'm not sure what I hate more, crowds or cats, but I'm definitely not going near either one today. They don't have much use when they're alive, and stuff they don't have much more.
Are these the racing cats?
They don't have much use when they're alive, and stuff they don't have much more. Fuchi, that smell is peor que la muerte.
This is their, okay, their sandbox.
It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for kitty.
Oh, a can opener?
Great. Now it smells like a giant cat litter box and some sort of gelatinous demon mystery meat product in here. Smells good. But I'd rather eat my own arm.
Why is there like a diving board?
Tempting as it is, I just can't bring myself to jump in the giant unclean kitty litter.
Why would there be like a diving board? Okay, is there anything... We have a can opener. Is there anything we can open?
Beloved Sandspoof, this regal, majestic feline, was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubacava for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead.
Poor Sandspoof. I don't suppose we can, like, cut the case open.
The can opener wouldn't work there.
It does not.
Anybody there?
Look, I told you, we don't have any kitty hats today.
For your
What?
own
You
safety.
have to wait until Tuesday. That's kitty hat day.
I don't want a kitty hat.
Fine with me. What's your bet then?
I don't gamble. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Then why did you call me down here?
For the friendly conversation.
Well, I mean, if we're not here for a kitty hat, we're not here to gamble. Why are we here? I don't suppose this can opener counts as, like, contraband.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. Oh, you're clean.
Nope, it does not.
Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
We'll have to find something more illegal. Well, if we aren't able to leave, at the very least we could come back on Tuesday to get a kitty hat. Despite what Manny says, I mean, he wants one. I'm sure he wants one. But man, we walked all over that, and really the only thing we got was a can opener. I mean, we talked to some people. We got an idea of what we might be able to talk to them about at some point later on. No, I don't want to go back in. But the only like actual hard thing we got is a can opener, and I don't believe we've seen anything that we might be able to can open at this point. Oh, these are the CBs, probably.
Cold one, huh, Terry?
Yeah, it's always cold when you're unemployed, Manny.
Who's unemployed?
Who's unemployed? Aren't you guys in the union?
The union? They don't look after us little guys. They're run by the coppers. And you of all people should know, Manny, that the cops are in bed with the gambling joints.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it's good when I do it.
Hey, I run an honest joint. We ain't in bed with nobody.
What about the protection money?
We pay every week. On the nose, through the nose, like an honest place should.
See what I mean? This town is just a big conga line of hustlers, all laughing and dancing and scratching each other's backs.
Well, why aren't you guys doing that? Why aren't you guys scratching any backs?
Why aren't you guys up there working?
You don't know the deal down here on the docks, do you, Manny? If you want to get the jobs, you have to pay the unions extra dues. And that ain't cheap. We don't pay, and so they put us on barrel duty.
Extra dues, you say? Why don't you just pay them?
Why don't you just pay the union off then?
We got our pride, Manny. We're straight stingers, you know? Not to mention we just don't have any cash to spare now that we're not working. I mean, it's like a problem where, the solution makes the problem, worse.
Like a catch-22?
Yeah, wow. I wish I knew words like that.
It seems that the corruption here goes to the very top. But if the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
If the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
That's a good one, Manny. Did you hear that, guys? He thinks we should register a complaint.
Well, I mean, you're being exploited. You gotta do something, right? But something's better than nothing?
You bees are being exploited. You should do something about it.
Yeah, what can we do? We're just a handful of unorganized drones. We don't know nothing about nothing except just how to take it on the chin.
Maybe they need, like, some kind of queen to organize them? Or maybe they're just a bunch of complainers.
I think you're just a bunch of complainers.
You don't know what it's like, man. Every day we come down here, we try and make an honest living. We find out that you gotta be a crooked bee to win down here. He knocks the pollen out of you, man. He makes you weak.
Well, we sympathize, but if they're not using their tools, maybe we could use them.
Since you're not using your tools, think I could borrow them?
Well, we sold them to feed our families.
Then how are you ever gonna work?
I told you things were messed up down here, Manny. I told you.
Oh no, they wouldn't be able to work even if they paid the union now. They don't have their tools. Hey, wait a second. If the cops own the union, and gambling's in bed with the cops, ...
If the cops own the union, and gambling's in bed with the cops...
Yeah, and then who really runs the gambling, right? Well, no offense, but Maximino is really the big boy in town, obviously. But word is, he gets his orders from some hardcore gangsters in El Mero. Yeah, that fancy cat track is really just a big laundromat, if you get my drift.
Okay, so Maximino owns the cat track. Can we borrow one of your union cards?
Hey, can I borrow one of your union cards?
What, are you kidding? You know how much I had to pay Chow Chilla Charlie to get mine?
I don't. Also, we're gonna conveniently leave out that we don't intend to come back. So when we ask for their union card and their tools, I mean, we wouldn't be giving them back because we're not coming back. Hey, I don't suppose you know Seaman Naranja?
You guys know a Seaman Naranja?
Nah, CBs and sailors don't mix.
But you're in the same union.
Well, maybe so, but some traditions are sacred there, Manny.
You bees gotta be strong.
Things just aren't the way they should be down here, Manny. It's like the worker bees. They do all the work. But we can't affect it's like the way that things are produced. Should be controlled by, we should... Forget it. I'm just a dumb, hungry, out-of-work bee.
Too hungry and too poor to think about how to organize and how to challenge the system. If only there were some people around here that might have some ideas on how to do that.
What's the buzz, boys?
It's bad down here, Manny. It's like we want to control the means of things and stuff, you know?
You bees gotta be strong.
Easy for you to say, topsider.
Yeah, that's that famous line. The workers have to seize the means of making stuff. That lighthouse is going real fast.
It's locked. It's locked.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else here. I guess I should probably check to see if the can opener can open the door. Probably not.
The can opener wouldn't work there.
All right, I had to see. You never know. You never know. All right, one more direction to go.
I've tried. Only Gladys can get these doors open.
They look pretty heavy. Oh. Oh, that leads back here. All right, I guess I can open up a bridge that will take us to the cat track. I don't suppose this can be opened.
It's locked, but there's nothing up there anyway. This gate only leads up to the Lambada dock, and the Lambada's gone. I've got the lumps to prove it. There it is. Max's giant cat racetrack. How's a regular guy with 3 roulette tables supposed to compete with that?
I know, right? I mean, I guess we must be doing okay, but still, how do you compete with the big boys? There's no room around here to build a competing track. And where do you even get the giant cats from? Ah, tattoo place. How you doing, sailor?
Looks like it hurts.
Hola, Toro. ¿Cómo estás?
Not now, Manny. I'm in the middle of something with Naranja here.
Oh, this is Naranja, huh? You enjoying what you're drinking there?
It's empty.
Yeah, I got to remember to get more liquid nitrogen from Morgue.
Liquid nitrogen?
Freeze the bones, less painful that way.
Hey, that sounds good. I could go for that.
You got plenty of painkiller in that bottle of yours, so shut up and hold still.
And you really like drinking from this.
I need that.
You need to hold...
Hello, operator?
Yeah, it's me, baby.
How'd you know? Hey, don't say that, sweetheart. You know I meant to stop by and... I'm more happy about leaving town every minute.
Well, okay. We found Naranja. He really likes drinking from that bottle, doesn't he? Let's raid this fridge.
It's empty.
I guess we can leave that open.
I really doubt I'll be touching that anytime soon.
Hey, shut door! You slowed down my grinder. Very painful. Very painful, eh, Naranja? Like torture.
Alright, so we can distract him by doing that. And I did pick up... No, I thought I picked up something from here. I guess not.
It's empty.
Whoop! I need that.
You need to hold still, or I need to strap you down. I told you, Calavera, not
Now. Whoop! Whoop! You need to.
Who is over there? He'd notice if I took it. And he's bigger than me.
I was hoping that maybe he's looking the other way.
Done with tattoo big floppy ears on the side of your head so people will know what a jackass you are.
Well,
whoop! I need that. You need to hold still or I need to strap you down.
Well, we are familiar with a certain cocktail that might put someone to sleep. Like maybe a certain sailor. If we could get that into his bottle. But he's keeping his eye on that bottle. Maybe we could find another container that could be used. Maybe to switch places with his bottle. So far, I do not have another container that I could use to fill with liquid. But that is something to keep in mind. Alright, we've basically searched all around town now.
It's locked.
I know, I locked it.
Can't go further that way.
It's locked.
I know, I locked it.
Can't go further down here. So we need to get a union card. We need to get tools for Glottis. We need to knock out Naranja. Was there a fourth thing?
Could you go?
Still no word from...
But I'm first.
Has it? About that...
Union.
Don't forget that
Glottis. Tools.
Don't just sit around.
Right.
Okay, so those are the three things. Union card, tools for Glottis, and take out Naranja. So it's pretty clear, I think, how we're going to do how we're going to get Naranja. It's just a matter of how do we get the thing into his bottle. We did meet some workers who are in need of maybe some leadership of maybe a slightly communist nature.
Hey, can I borrow this book?
No dice, Cumberbund.
You know, and maybe there's a book there that could give them some education in these ways, the ways of the people. If there was some way of getting that book away from these people. The CBs, they don't have their union cards anymore. No, they do have them. They don't have their tools. They sold their tools, so I can't get tools from them. They have their union cards. I can get a union card from them. If I could find some way to get the book and give it to them, I could probably get their union card. And then if I could find some way to get the dishwater from the kitchen here and put it in Naranja's bottle, I could probably knock him out. That leaves the tools. And how can I get tools?
I'm not gonna drink dirty hookah water, and I can't carry it with my bare hands. Mind if I go in?
You don't want to go in there. I haven't cleaned up yet.
Testing.
All right, who's ready to rock and roll?
All right, who's ready to rock and roll? Maybe later then, okay?
I guess this is not a very rocking crowd. Maybe they'd like a poem.
Good evening. I like to read a poem.
Beauty around this?
Beauty around this?
Center. Ha!
Ha!
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
Good pronunciation. Bones. Bones. Bones.
Bones. Bones. Bones.
Does he hear? Hear?
Does he hear? Hear?
Is it you? Or am I you?
Is it you? Or am I you?
Don't pet the cat that way.
Don't pet the cat that way.
And tomorrow?
And tomorrow?
I am your failure.
I am your failure.
The end.
The end.
I didn't like it.
Muchísimas gracias.
I'm not gonna gain cred with them.
Testing.
Like that. So, what's up with airplane food anyway?
So what is up with airplane food anyway?
Is he trying to be funny?
I mean, it's so small and not that good.
There's nothing funny about being dead, comrade.
Life is pain, death is worse. My funny bone must have fell off in the hearse.
Anyone out there know where I can find some tools?
Anyone out there know where I can find some tools?
The only tool in here is you.
Yeah, tool of the government, monkey wrench of the man.
The Union doesn't consider those to be tools, unfortunately. They want real tools. Hey, can anyone out there help me get into the Maritime Union?
Hey, can anyone out there help me get into the Maritime Union?
Hey, we're into organizing labor.
Not sabotaging labor.
Orale, you've been a great audience.
Orale, you've been a great audience. Good night, Rubacava.
And they want to organize labor, and we have some labor to be organized, but how do we connect those dots?
Can I borrow this book?
No dice.
So, what did you think of the poem?
I liked it. It was sad and beautiful, like my mother.
I despised it. It was too short, said nothing to me, like my father.
I had no feelings about it. It was aloof and licked itself too much, like my cat, Mr. Trotsky.
Can I borrow your book?
Hey, can I borrow this book?
No dice, Cumberbund.
Well, I think what we're going to do is save a game. Gonna have to think about this, I think. Okay, so we did quite a bit, really. We started out tonight by escaping the petrified forest. We then arrived at this town, and we arrived at a humble automat. We solved the mystery about where Celso's wife went, and then a time skip where it turns out that Manny actually is really good at running a casino. And he turns the automat into a casino and becomes bourgeoisie and part of the establishment. I mean, he's doing a lot better than he was in the city. And now we have this entire city to explore, and we've gone, I think, basically everywhere, or at least everywhere it was letting us go. We've talked to a large cast of characters. We have our objective. To say it again, our objective is to get tools for Glottis, a Union card, and to incapacitate Naranja. And we're doing that because it looked like we saw Meche was being abducted, put on a ship by Domino. For what reason, we don't know. But we gotta follow her. We have to. So we have some ideas on how we're going to connect some of these things. We need that book of communism that's on that table, that bright red book. We need to get that and give it to the CBs so they can organize. And then I assume we'll get their Union card. For Naranja, he keeps drinking from a bottle, and we know where there is some alcohol that can knock people out. If only I could get that alcohol into his bottle. I have to get that from the sink into his bottle, but how? And then there's the tools. Well, the only clue about tools I think we've gotten so far is that metal detector. We have to bring something with us that would be considered contraband, I guess. Set off the metal detector so we can get into that back room and get strip searched. We don't actually know what's in that room. So that would be the point of it, is to find out what is in the room. Maybe there's something there for us to find. So we kind of have a basic idea as to what we need to do. It's just a matter of figuring out what we need to make it happen. So we'll continue on with Grim Fandango as Manny's fortunes have been on the rise, but he is not satisfied here. He is not content to be a casino manager. He has to keep moving on. He has to find Meche. He has to find his way to the 9th Underworld. But it has been suggested that maybe the 9th Underworld doesn't exist. Maybe that's just a comfortable story that was made up. Maybe there is nothing more. Maybe this is all the Underworld is. Maybe Manny will just have to come to terms with that. We'll find out as we continue on.